Lou Applebaum is again director of the musical side of the festival.
What do you think of it?
It's going to be absolutely marvelous for me.
Is it going to embarrass you to have the people sitting in your lap like...
I love it. It brings out all the ham in me. It's terrific, you know. It really is the most exciting place I've ever seen for music.
Oh,
and the sound is, at least empty, is absolutely fabulous.
Well, actually, the audience doesn't make that much of a difference.
We've got problems, though, you know. We've got to figure out a way in which these strings can be sorted around the piano where I can see them.
I think we have a solution. If we put the piano in that corner, we can put the violins and the maybe a couple of violas in that section filling up onto this balcony, and you'll have the cellos and the bass on this side of the piano. So actually,
will this make a problem of balance for the people in the hall generally? I mean, are the $3 ticket holders going to get more cello for their money than the $4 ticket holders? You know.
Well, I'm not so much worried about this Bach concert.
You must be democratic.
But later on, we really have a Lulu of a problem because we have somewhere between 80 and 90 men to put on.
You have the whole CBC Symphony?
The whole shooting. And of course, these stairs and moats and things will be gone. They'll be filled in with a big platform that will go right to the sea.
Yeah.
And somebody may have a...
Well, this is for the composers conference.
Yeah, that's actually the last concert.
Well, the Bach music, they'll never know the difference.
Look, you know that you're playing in here first on the 24th. We have four Sundays, and one of them is going to have an orchestra of about 45. Another one's going to have a trio. And for that trio concert, that Beethoven concert with you and Oscar Shumsky and Leonard Rose, it's going to be absolutely ideal. There's no question of it.
What on the Composers Conference, what works are you doing with the full orchestra in here?
Well,
what composers?
We have a Russian composer by the name of Taktakishvili who's going to conduct his own work. It's a tone form called Mitsuri or Mitsiri or Mitsuru. I don't know how they pronounce it in Russian. He's going to conduct it, and Walter Susskind is conducting the rest of the program. And we're doing the Anhalt Symphony, which is very difficult and very exciting. And that piece that Weinzweig wrote for the United Nations called Wine of Peace?
Yes.
For soprano. Mary Simmons is coming up to do it. And we're doing a piece of Wallingford Riegers, which is very exciting. I don't know whether you ever heard it.
But the main function of the Composers Conference, though, is talk rather than action.
It's both. We have eight panel sessions, and we have 5 concerts. And the concerts are going to go all the way from the CBC Symphony down to chamber music.
Well, tell me something which I really can't understand. Actually, composers generally are the only articulate specimens of artists around, because painters can never talk about their painting in anyone else's terms. They can't see it, objectively. Writers can almost always tongue-tied.
Are you talking about as a composer or as a performer now?
I'm talking as a proud colleague, but admittedly, composers can and do hold their own in conversation nicely. But how is a Russian composer, not only in language, but also in way of thinking, how is a Russian composer going to communicate with, let's say, a Viennese American like Ernst Krenek?
Well, the language problem, of course, is easily overcome because we have a simultaneous translation system here. But to me, the exciting thing is that the Russians have such a very clear-cut point of view about the relationship of their music to their society. And we here have such a nebulous, democratic process point of view. It should be interesting to get the two together.
Do you think that their point of view is going to bend at all, or is going to remain exactly what it was when they leave?
Well, you don't expect to reform whole nations and personalities inside of a week. But what I do hope...
Not only Glenn Gould, but artists from many other countries have given the music festival this year a very international flavor. One of the first artists to arrive was violinist Oscar Shumsky.
Yes, let's take it up from the last movement, Glenn. Whereabouts? Here?
If I go, eh?
Yeah, no, you just leave us.
Have fun.
Good. The other ones. Right.
Okay. Let me try a little bit more sforzando right here, and then very deadpan thereafter,
Yes.
But this is entirely...
And I notice you do this very, very lyrically, which I like very much. I like the idea. It's quite unusual, so I hadn't done it that way, but...
This is the first year that music has invaded the theatre, but the festival has been spreading all over Stratford for several years now. While Glenn Gould and Oscar Shumsky practice in the theatre, other musicians are working out across the way in the Teachers' College.